Hello, dear Libra. This is Kathy from Divine Debut. Thank you for being here. This is the extra reading that I promised for you guys. Now, this is the timeless reading, so you can watch this reading whenever you want to. Whenever you see this message, that's when it will pertain to you. Now, today is the 14th of December 2018. And we've got the Strength card that's just fallen out. I'm doing a 4-card spread. The Strength card is having the courage. It's having the stamina to beat whatever this beast is in your life. It speaks of patience. It speaks of trust. Some of you may be dealing with a Leo. Now, this is a love and general reading, so let's see what else pops out. Libra. You get the free reading. Why? Because you had the most views in the last readings. Now, Virgo is coming first in the last readings. So it looks like Virgo will be getting this reading next. So if you are dealing with a Virgo, look out for that. I will do that in the next few days. Let's cut the cards. So this is the now position. As I said, it's a timeless reading. Now, Leo is the sun. Leo is the heart. Okay, and if this is in relation to love, patience for true love. And true love is worth the wait. Okay, let's see what's the root of the issue. We've got the King of Swords. So, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Crowning your reading and your goal is justice. Libra. In the past, we have the 4 of Swords. And in the future, we've got the 9 of Cups. Wow. Now, I'd just like to tell you, dear Libra, that I tried to do your reading last night. I got halfway through it, and I had a phone call, an important phone call, so I just could not complete it. And, you know, once I lose my train of thought, once I get out of the reading, especially if it's like over 2 minutes, I could not continue the reading. So it was only half a reading there, and I thought, no, it's not meant to be. Now, I remember, from what I remember, you had the Ace of Cups here, in this position here. I remember, I suppose it was 4 cards. I took the bottom of the deck, which was the Ace of Wands. But I remember here that you had the 3 of Swords. And then I pulled an extra card, which showed the 2 of Cups. So, for some of you, maybe that's the situation that's happening for you. I think you had the Justice card. Yes, you did. Incredible. You had the Justice card again. And I remember that was the card that fell out. It was the first card. This is amazing. So, dear Libra, this is your reading. I mean, some of you are going through divorce. And that's what I was talking about. And I remember saying that with the Swords card, the 3 of Swords here, I did mention an air sign. So fire was mentioned because of the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Cups, water was mentioned, of course. And if I'm not mistaken, in the middle you had the card of Cancer, the Chariot. The last card, that one there, the one in the past, I don't remember at the moment. It might come to me. But yeah, I don't know if that pertains to you. That could be, you know, some of the story that you're going through for some of you. And this is a general reading, so there's the Wands. Again, incredible. Queen of Wands. So Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, Leo sounds more like it. Okay. So I feel that for most of you, the King of Swords is your energy. You are an air sign after all. And you're probably dealing with, wow, this card was in the mix. And so was this. This is a repetition, practically, of the reading that I did last night. This is incredible. Six of Pentacles, again, is Libra. It's giving and receiving equally. So Libra twice, yes. But here we've got a different outcome. Look what I did. I just put the Page of Cups in the middle. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Maybe that's where it's supposed to be. Maybe that's where it's supposed to be. Okay. I was saying yesterday, I remember, that if you've been dealing with heartache and heartbreak, and you could have been heartbroken probably from a fire sign, because we had the Ace of Cups here and we had the Two of Cups there. So as I said, yeah, yesterday, it was either a fire sign or a water sign that you were dealing with. And I did say that some of you may be going through divorce, leaving behind either a fire sign or a water sign. And the case is, what I'm thinking is that you were probably moving ahead. So your new partner, for those of you that are dealing with a fire sign in the past and you're going through legal issues, then you may have already met a water sign, because the Ace of Cups was here and then the Two of Cups. And here we've got the Nine of Cups, which is bliss, it's happiness, it's making yourself happy, being happy on an emotional level. And if we add the 9 and the page here, which again is the water sign, and this is an offer that's coming through unexpectedly. So whatever you're going through, it's saying that you need to persevere. And, you know, talking to a friend of mine who's going through her own issues, I was telling her today that karma can be really tough. But patience is what is really necessary, because when you're going through difficulty on all levels of your life, it's obviously saying that you're not on the right path. Now, what I know is that we're moving into new karma, and the chips are up. The chips are not down at this time. Now, don't fall into the trap of the Neptunian energy, the Piscean energy that we're in at the moment. It's funny that for some of you, because the Page of Cups is very Piscean energy, it's unexpected, right? It's hidden. And we've also got the fish here, which, you know, Pisces is the fish. As I was saying, we've got a fair bit of Piscean energy here. We've got the Moon in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, Mars in Pisces, Chiron, which has turned direct about a week ago, in Pisces. And it's at the 28th degree, which says that soon, the karmic cycle, let's say, the completing a cycle of past life wounds, victim mentality, being the doormat and being trodden on, being used and abused. It's time to move away from that. That cycle is completing. Now we've got a lot of positive energy, which is Jupiter in Sag, the Sun in Sag. Mercury has moved direct in Sag. Mind you, Saturn is starting to move forward. Saturn actually has been moving forward for a while, direct, but he's actually come out of his shadow period. Now, Saturn is the Lord of Karma. So we're back to a cycle that we haven't, to a position that we haven't been in for about 30 years. So for those of you that are a bit older, more mature, what was happening for you 30 years ago? Interesting, eh? Yeah. So for those of you, as I said, that are in the Piscean energy, the martyr effect feelings, don't fall into that trap. We've got polarities here. of being the martyr, feeling as though there's illusions, you know, drowning your sorrows. For those of you that have gone through the Three of Swords, overindulging, over-binging, drug abuse, anything that you do to zonk yourself out. It may be even too much sleeping. We've got the Four of Swords here. It's a time to get out into the world. It's not a time of turning within. We've only got Uranus, which is retrograde at the moment. All the planets are moving direct. All the planets, even Chiron, are in their direct motion. And they're at very, very strong positions. Neptune in Pisces. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. We've got Saturn in its home sign of Capricorn. We've got Jupiter in its home sign of Sagittarius. Incredible, isn't it? Just a little while ago, we had Venus in Libra, which Venus rules Libra. Now, Venus is actually in Scorpio now, so we're still having those deep conversations. Things are coming up. Things that have been hidden. Mercury is in Sagittarius. Mercury wants to expand, wants to receive the knowledge. That's what Sag is. It's all about the higher dimension, the higher education, more knowledge, being the guru, spirituality. This is a very, very positive, very beneficial time. We've got the solstice coming up on the 21st. It's like we're being reborn. Don't fall into the trap, please, dear Libra. So for those of you that are leaving behind a fire sign, now I'm not doing reversals, so this Queen of Wands is probably someone that you are dealing with. For some of you, you may be able to work through any issues. I'm not saying that everyone is going through divorce, everyone's going through breakup. Some of your relationships are going to make it and others are not. One last thing, Venus is almost at the 8 degrees of Scorpio. Now, Venus went retrograde at 10 degrees of Scorpio, so she's still in her shadow period. She's still going over the same area that, you know, she's needed to work through. That's why a planet goes retrograde. It's a time to redo things, right? So, others of you closing the door on the past, opening the door on a new cycle, new karmic cycle, new times. And looking at both of these cards together, they equal a 10 of Cups. Now, as I was saying, the Lord of Karma, who is Saturn, is very strong in Capricorn. He's moving towards Pluto. Now, Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio, and Pluto is at 20 degrees now, which is the third decan of Capricorn, and that's where he's very, very strong. He's the strongest on the last decan. Justice is also karma. This is the new doorway. And I see my messages, because I speak to a lot of people. A lot of people turn to me for advice because they know, you know, that I could sort of give them an idea of what's happening with the energies. A lot of people turn to me and I advise them, and they tell me what's happening in their life. So I feel the general energies in the collective as well. Now, Four of Swords. There are those 3 swords hanging above his head. But he's got the Ace of Swords, which is below him. He's taking time out. He's gathering up his thoughts, his divine self. He's receiving the messages from above. He's in a church. Maybe his beliefs will get him through. Maybe some of you are taking time out, contemplating whether to walk through that doorway or not, walk through to justice or not, walk into balancing your life in whatever matter of your life this is talking to you. I want to take one card on this King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords is someone who can be very harsh. They can speak too openly sometimes, and sometimes the truth can hurt. Now, if this character was in the reverse, goodness me. Oh, God. You know, you don't want to be on his bad side. That's all I can say. I mean, that sword can cut very deeply. Now, we've got the 4 and he's holding the 5th sword. So some of you, yes, could be dealing with someone who is quite outspoken. Now, this could be your energy as well. Sometimes, and, you know, we can all take the energy of the King of Swords. If someone pushes the right buttons, you know, the truth will come out, even if we're trying not to hurt someone's feelings. So, you know, we have to look at the result of what's happening, not just the outcome. Not just the, I wanted to say something else. Don't look at the means, but look at the outcome. Okay, 5 of Pentacles, 2 people feeling left out. But again, spirituality, the church is behind them. Now, 5s speak to change. Okay, for those of you that are going through this energy, not having enough finances, feeling as though it's too much for you, you've been wounded, you've been left out in the cold, you feel as though you haven't been loved. It looks like there's someone here with you. They're feeling the same. So take solace in that. As I said, 5s bring on change, and it fell here, so I'll put it above this King of Swords. Know that 2 people could be at odds and both be hurting at the same time. Look, if this is a long-standing committed partnership or relationship, sometimes people grow apart, dear Libra, and that can't be helped. It's not as though both people want that outcome. No one, when people make a commitment, the idea is to stay together. But sometimes life happens. Let me take one on the Justice. Another 5. 5 of Cups. This is so on point. So on point. Don't look at the glass half empty but half full. There's 2 cups standing here. Now, I'm going to take one on the 9 of Cups. So we've got, I've mentioned the signs. Now, I'm not going to get stuck on the signs only. It's a general reading. If the story resonates with you, then it's your story. Let's take a card for that. There's that Ace of Wands that I said. Wow. Oh, passion, inspiration, creativity. Through creative ventures, that's what Leo stands for, creative projects. Whatever you're working on, if this is work, this is the light bulb that goes on for you. This is the light that lights your path forward. This is beautiful. And this could be something that you feel very strongly about. You feel very passionate. And I said yesterday that I can hear you stamping your foot and saying, I'm going to do this. And that's that. I'm going to take one card on this Queen of Wands. And this Queen of Wands is someone who could be very fiery, very passionate, very spontaneous and outgoing, but there can be very strong ego, especially the shadow side of Leo. If you are dealing with a Leo, it could be any other fire sign, but if this is a Leo, then their dark side is a lot of ego, strong ego. Sometimes being too grandiose, being too much for you. And we've got Temperance. So for some of you, this could be Sagittarius. Or it could be at the time of Temperance, which is Sagittarius, which is right now. This is the divine, your spirit guides and your angels. It's a number 14, which does add up to a 5. But Temperance is healing. Okay, it's a card of patience. Some of you may have already been too patient. For others of you that are trying to heal this relationship, maybe this time now in Sagittarius, this could be a healing quality. So as I said, not all of you are going through the same same issues, same outcome. You're not going to have the same outcome. There's thousands of people that watch these videos. Some of you are maybe dealing with someone who's of a foreign background, could have, you know, be from a foreign culture, distant country, different religion as well, because Sagittarius is all about religion. Others of you may be trying to either move away. Maybe this person is someone who may be very, very spiritual, whereas, because look here with the Five of Pentacles, and they're both outside the church. We've also got the church here. So could there be a difference in religion, and there's just too much of a clash there, a lack of balance and a lack of understanding and respecting the other person's beliefs. And beliefs are not only religion, it's our upbringing, it's our childhood conditioning. Because Chiron can be, Chiron is the wounded healer, and it's a centaur, right? So we usually say that Chiron, for me, this could be past life wounds, or we say childhood wounds as well. Now, for some of you, there could be a child in the middle, and that's where you're gathering your strength. That's where you're finding your patience through an adolescent child. For each and every one of you, it is different, of course. I'm going to take just one more card on this Five of Pentacles, because I want to see what comes after that. Now, with the two fives that we've got here, even though they're not the same element, 2 5s equal a 10, which again speaks of completions, so a cycle ending and a new cycle beginning. And the 7 of Cups, which is again Pisces. Now, Chiron is at 28 degrees. Chiron will be finishing his cycle very soon. So I believe that the cycle is ending. This is lack of clarity, not being able to see clearly. 7s are a divine number. Sometimes moving into the 7 of Cups can speak of having many choices as well. But this could be a disillusion. This could be not having the clarity. Now, because we've got the 4 of Swords here, and we've got the 7 of Cups, which could be dreaming. This could be a dream. It's a dreamlike energy. Pay attention to your dreams. You may receive messages through your sleep. Okay, and especially round about now that the moon is in Pisces, and the moon is our intuition, very strong intuition at right now. All right, dear Libra, I think I'm going to leave it at that. I totally have to rush into the next readings. I do hope that you appreciate this. Sending you lots of love. Keep those subscriptions coming, comments, which I love to read. And thank you so much for liking and sharing these videos. Sending you lots of love and lots of blessings. Bye for now.